Hey y'all, it's me, Lynn Daniel, coming to you today. It is Sunday, July 12th, 2015, and I'm coming again. I know I made a video a few days ago, and if you haven't seen it, go back and see it. Go back and view it. It is about let's see, what did I talk about? Change, improvement. So go back and view that video if you haven't. And I just want to welcome, I've been getting several new subbies, so welcome new subbies. And thank you for my faithful few friends who've been watching. You know, it's amazing. Some of my earlier videos have lots and lots of views. Some of my videos, people really want to hear about money because, and not just money, but like finances or financial wisdom, strategies for saving, budgeting. Those are the topics that people seem to like to hear from me. Those are the videos that get lots and lots of views. Also, videos about skin products, hair care, hair growth, those types of videos get lots of views too. So I guess I need to listen to what you all are telling me, and I will be posting some videos on those topics, particularly saving. The what is it? How to save $1,344 a year, or $1,343 a year, and each week you save a certain amount. That works. That strategy works. So just if you haven't seen my video, I will find the link and put it below in the description box so you can watch that video because it's a very practical way. It's like a strategy to help you to save money over the course of the year, to build your savings account. And so there are variations on it though. I know a couple of people are using the chance method where they roll the die and whatever number it lands on, like that, no, they'll roll two dice. And whichever week, like number it lands on, that represents a week in the year, and that is the amount that they save that week according to that roll of the dice. And then there are other people who do it backwards. So they start off saving the largest sums, the largest totals, and then at the end of the 52 weeks, they have their 1343, $1,343. So those videos have gotten lots of views. So I'll put the links below so you all can check those out. Today, though, I just wanted to come and talk a little bit about what I am doing. I think I can divulge some of what I'm doing, okay? So, here it is. I have retired from my teaching job after, can you guess how many years I've been teaching? 30 years. I've been teaching 30 years and I retired, and I am excited. I retired, and I have come to the conclusion that you got to know when to leave the party, right? Like, someone had told me that life, you can look at life in the analogy of a party. You dance with the one who brought you, right? And then you leave with the one who brought you, okay? And then you also have to be wise enough to know when to leave the party. And so, yeah, after 30 long years of teaching middle school at the same middle school all that time, I have finally retired. So thank you very much, those of you who are clapping for teachers who just stick with it. It's a tough job. It really is. It's a very fulfilling career, but it's tough and it gets tougher every year. But it's something about teachers who love teaching. It's like, I can't give up now, but I'm not giving up. All right, so I'll share other things with you all later. But so that's the first thing that I'm doing, that excited. So today was shampoo day, so I shampooed my hair using the Mark Anthony. I think it's macadamia oil shampoo, and then I put the bamboo infused conditioner on here. And so my hair grows slowly. It grows, but it grows slowly because when I look at some of the other young ladies who, and maybe because they're younger and their metabolism may be speedier than mine, I don't know, but over the course of one young lady had a 5 year regimen or her 5 years of hair growth, and she was able to accomplish waist length in 5 years. Now it has taken me, I think I started growing out my relaxer in 2010 or maybe 2011, somewhere around there. So that's been 5 years. All right. Now I did not do a big chop, and I simply like trim my ends. So all of those things could have affected the fast or the rate of my hair growth. Although I do use, I tend to eat quite healthy for the majority of the time, and I get my vitamins and nutrients in, and then I'm taking Hairfinity. I'm taking Hairfinity now. I just started, so I should document that for you all. So this is day 2 of Hairfinity, and I will document that for you all. And then love how I repeat. And so I also take silica, and I take um, what else is specifically for hair growth? I can't remember, but I think that might be all though. Really, that's specifically for hair growth because silica strengthens your bones, your hair, your nails, your and it helps your body to build collagen. Is what I think it does. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, you all. So I will document my little Afro puff. Um, as you can see, is multi-layered. Like it's short right here. Well, that's not the short. There's this is like the shortest. It's a little. And my hair, like the number of it, I don't know what my hair is. Like, is it a 4 or 3? I really don't know. Um, but I think like the ladies who I view and they do their hair care regimens, the ones who seem to know their hair type seem to make a lot more progress. Now, I don't know if they're doing anything nutritionally with supplements that they're just not really talking about to help promote their hair growth, but those women who know their hair texture and they know what category their hair is in, they just seem to have the knockout results. Um, like, that's better, yes. A lot better. So today I was able to spend the day, well, not the entire day, but a part of the day with my brother. So I was so glad that he came by because I have some projects over here that I'm lining up to have done, and it is so great to have family who can help you get these projects accomplished. So I need to peel off some paint on the door. I don't know the terminology, but it's the part of the door that goes around the door. I need to scrape that paint off and then touch it up. So, and then there's some like landscaping things that need for projects, not things, landscaping projects that needs to be done over here, and just a few little things. So it's good to have family who can help you get those done. I want you all to be able to see me because it's dark outside. I waited till late to see if I turn. I'm using my camcorder. So you see outside it's dark. It's dark out there. Oh, you see the reflection, but and it is 8:45. It is 8:45 Central Standard Time. So yeah. All right. So you all, I want to talk a little bit about Bill Cosby. Okay. So this, I'm gonna call this video something like, I retired my hair and Bill Cosby. I don't know, something crazy, right? But okay, so I have been doing some reading. Like I like to research stuff, different random topics of interest that kind of correlate to my studies, but they parallel. They run parallel to my studies, but not directly related to my studies. So, and I'm getting a doctorate, my PhD in reading, literacy, and leadership. But there, when we start talking about like the philosophy, when we talk about the psychology of learners and different topics like that, it's so broad that it encompasses like cross culture. It really touches a lot of different age groups, cultures, um, the world. So it just makes me want to, I don't know, it just makes me nosy. Okay, it makes me nosy. So I was researching something last week about humiliation rituals. And I think what kind of sparked my interest on that was um, hearing people, a couple of folks talk about, um, behavior modification and how different approaches to instruction or approaches to developing a civilized society really incorporate like brainwashing and behavior modification techniques and shaming to some degree and different psychological effects on people's mind make people line up or shape up or ship out. So anyway, okay, long preview. So I was reading an article about the humiliation rituals and the history of them, like back in medieval times when you would put people in stocks, in the town square for their crimes that they committed, whether they be minor felony offenses or misdemeanor offenses or religious offenses of some sort. So people would be shamed. They would be either tarred or feathered or put in the stocks or other types of humiliation rituals. And so this particular article brought it current and it was talking about what it would look like in today's society, what a humiliation ritual would look like in today's society. And the picture, one of the pictures is showed from like the 1940s when it looked like something that was related to the Holocaust or something in that time frame or on that timeline. And a woman was seated on a bench. A man was standing in front of her, and he had like his hand on her shoulder, and I guess to either, it looked like he was just making her stay there. That's what the impression I got. And the other man standing behind her was shaving her. So, and it spoke on how the head shaving um, behavior for women is a humiliation ritual. And then, so the people who were discussing this, I was just kind of listening to their discussion, and they had mentioned how Britney Spears back in the day, back in like I don't know, 10 years ago or however long ago that was, when she um, had her hair shaved, and it was, they were discussing like what would have prompted her to do that, and for those of us on the outside not understanding the different expectations that people culture or the social norms for their group, um, it may have been required for her to undergo that particular um, ritual for maybe something she failed to do or something she did do that brought shame upon her, or upon her social group or whatever. And so, and there was another, like a Fear Factor or some reality TV show where a lady was made to undergo that same shaming, humiliation ritual where her hair was shaved, her head was shaved. So, Bill Cosby, okay, I didn't forget Bill Cosby. If you have not watched his movie from 1980, I don't know, 87, 86, 87, 88, called Leonard Part 6. You need to watch that movie. Because back in the day when that movie was out, and my daughters were like little girls, like, they might have been 5 and 7 or something. But they loved that movie because they loved watching the frogs, ribbit or ribbit. There was some code word that was used, Skrillex or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but this code word was used, and it would turn just random animals into fierce killers. And then there were other funny, humorous parts in that movie that my daughters, when they were little, they just would laugh about it. Like when Leonard was made to, and Bill Cosby played Leonard, who was the main character in Leonard Part 6. So Leonard was made to put on ballerina toe shoes. You know how when ballerinas are dancing on point? So he had to wear those and do this certain thingy to make something happen or whatever. And then there was also a part where he would go to this fortune teller and they didn't even speak the same language, and he would get his my fortune told by her. And so even though he didn't understand her, he I guess he just pretty much did what he wanted to do, what that might have represented. But there were other things in that movie too that um, kind of point to what's going on today with our formerly beloved Mr. Bill Cosby, Dr. Bill Cosby, Dr. William Cosby, the comedian, performer, actor, whatever. And so it's saddening to see this played out in public like this. It's saddening because you don't expect someone, it's almost like whoever is being promoted in front of us, you almost have to question, do they deserve that promotion? Because in back in the 1980s, back in the 1970s, back in the 1960s, Bill Cosby was like one of the first few black actors on television, and I Spy, and he had his own show. And before the big Cosby Show in the 1980s, he had his own The Cosby Show in, I think, the 1970s. Um, he's an icon. You know, he's on the level, or was on the level, of Sidney Poitier. So to see Bill Cosby, just his life unravel, his secrets um, being exposed, or his these this public humiliation, I can't even say the word, taking place, is disheartening, is shameful, is very shaming of him and humiliating of him. But it lets us see a side of a human being that who was promoted to us as a father figure, as a pioneer, as a cultural pioneer, as a bridge to from one culture to mainstream society, as a person who could be trusted. I mean, these are all inferences that we make, right, from the people when they are promoted publicly on a large stage, such as TV, um, records. I mean, he's a musician, comedian. He had his own. shows and his own albums, and so you listen to his comedy act. What was the one that he did in the 1980s when he talked about his family, he talked about himself, and he talked about his children? You listen to those things, and then you feel like you can trust a person. You feel like you know them, but really you don't know them. And so all of this is being played out in public, and it's really sad. It's sad. Now, am I saying I'm not even making any kind of claim, or I'm not diminishing what was done, because if what was done, if what was said was done, then that's horrific. It's horrific and it's sick. And if it went on like it is claimed to have gone on with so many people, even if it happened with one, it's sick. But what they say, a pattern. You do something one time, it's a mistake. You do something 2 or 3 times, it's like you got to own up to it, right, and take responsibility for it so it doesn't become a habit or a pattern. And those are usually the people who find success with breaking through bad behavior or behavior that really doesn't serve a purpose, a positive, constructive purpose for them. The people who can own up and say, hey, wait, this is not the right thing to do, those are the ones who usually are able to drop that behavior and move forward and grow and develop in their personality and in their humanity. But the ones who keep making mistakes and then blaming, shifting the responsibility, denying, um, lying, those behaviors are harmful and they prevent the individual from taking responsibility, which then, would promote them to become more adult like in their thinking. They don't get there. They are stuck in like feed me mode, make me feel good mode, which is like gratification mode, which is your child like part of you. So, yeah, so it's really the humiliation ritual. So, like people who pledge different organizations go through humiliation rituals, so it is reported. I'm not saying that they all do, but typically you can associate humiliation rituals with people wanting to gain membership into some sort of organization that promotes secrecy and different things like that. So, if you want to learn more about the humiliation ritual, just Google it and look it up and see. It is a for real phenomenon that is used for a variety of purposes, and it is used in a variety of scenarios. Um, it shouldn't happen in schools, but it happens. It happens in schools. It happens in all age groups among um, peers in cross cultural groups, cross age groups. Um, yeah, it's very interesting. So I was mowing the lawn, switching the topic. I was mowing the lawn today, and I got bit up by lots of mosquitoes. So I got some tea tree oil and rubbed my arms because I got bit on my arms, I got bit on my legs, and now I'm feeling one on my toe. So I need to get a cotton ball and some tea tree oil and rub those spots because that tea tree oil is very healing and I mean it's soothing. It doesn't smell the best, but it's very healing and it's fast. It can stop itching like in its tracks. So you all, that's my video for today. Oh my goodness, another 25-minute video. All right, so that's my video for today. So um, I don't think I'm going to be making a video for a while because I have a lot here to do. And but the other videos that I do put up in the future will focus on my Dave Ramsey steps, saving, like saving strategy, um, nutrition. I'm getting ready to buckle down and embark on another phase of my nutrition, so I can document that as well. And someone had asked me, did I think I should get another channel? Now I have a second channel. Actually, it's my first channel, Buddy Zone. And so over there, I just call that my haven, where I would put music or different things that I've found to be calming. That I started that way at the beginning of YouTube, like 2006, maybe, I don't know, 2007. And then I started this channel, and then I tried to start a couple more because I was going to do like my eyebrows and my hair. I don't really have time for all of that. So even though this channel, it has weird statistics, like I don't know how they're doing it to drive traffic to you or not, through keywords, I thought. But no, I probably won't make another channel even if my views stay low. I think it really is based on what you all want to see. You cannot make people watch. They don't want to see what you got to say, then, tell people what they want to hear and they'll watch it. All right, y'all. Enough rambling. Thanks for visiting. Be sure to check the links below. All right, be blessed.